Well, like a trench warfare. We had our hole and they had their hole, back and forth. That's the way we fought. And we had the Air Force come in after a while, and they took over the skies from the MiGs. The MiGs ran, so our Air Force took over. They started bombing North Korea. MacArthur wanted to go right on into Manchuria, yeah, but they afraid they might make Russia mad.
Yeah,
So Russia was all behind. All the weapons come from Russia.
Afraid of escalating the Cold War. Yeah.
Well, they were supplying North Korea with all the weapons, new weapons. Our stuff was ready to fall apart.
Yeah. Were you dismayed that the weapons were so old, and were there promises of bringing in a newer?
Oh, we didn't have anything in there for a few years before they started getting some new stuff over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Our stuff was all patched up, Our tanks we used to call them iron coffins.
Oh, because
One hit and 5 guys are gone. You ever seen burnt marshmallows? Overdone marshmallows?
yeah.
That's the way you look when them tanks.
Oh, wow.
Because you're sitting on your gasoline and your shells underneath you where you're sitting. And when that goes up, you go with it.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't want to be around no tanks. I got out of that.
Oh, so you were briefly with the tanks? And
Oh, we
later-
support them, yeah. I wasn't in them, no. I never in them.
You were mostly on the ground itself?
Yeah, ground, yeah. I didn't stay around them tanks.
Yeah, yeah.
No, like I said, we used to call them iron coffin.
Wow.
Yeah. Our tanks were all, I think our tanks only had a 75 millimeter gun, and their Chinese tanks had 95. They had the Russians' new tanks.
This had a lot more power and force.
Well, they had a tank almost like this building, almost 2-story. You had to have 2 ladders to get in the tank, the Russian tank. But the Chinese didn't know how to use them too good.
They were still new at it.
Yeah, the Chinese weren't too good, so that's where we got advantage of them.